A disease called sea star wasting syndrome has been ravaging at least 12 different species of starfish across the west coast. According to PBS, this disease causes small cuts to appear on the arms of starfish. The starfish then twist their arms into knots until they fall off. The starfish can't regenerate themselves fast enough and die within the day. Scientists say that the disease doesn't seem to be spreading, so this doesn't seem to be the end of starfish kind, but scientists are working to find the cause and minimize damage. One theory is that some boat carried a pathogen from another part of the world that then infected the starfish stateside and up through Canada. Jeff Marliave, vice president of marine science at the Vancouver Aquarium, told the Times columnist that the epidemic may not be all bad since starfish populations have been overpopulated in the area for more than 10 years. The disease is little understood but appears to be associated with raised water temperatures. A Pennsylvania medical examiner reports more than a dozen people have died in recent weeks from overdosing on laced heroin, thought to be sweeping the region. Allegheny County Medical Examiner Dr. Carl Williams said Thursday that laboratory tests confirmed that the ultra-potent painkiller fentanyl was present in heroin samples seized in connection with at least 14 overdose deaths in Pennsylvania. According to one Pittsburgh Gazette, fentanyl, which is typically described to cancer patients as a last resort, can be 10 to 100 times stronger than morphine. The laced heroin has been sold under street names like Bud Ice and Theraflu. Williams anticipates further tests will link the laced heroin with other overdose deaths in the state. Police in West Virginia say 3 people have died when 2 cell phone towers collapsed. State Police Corporal Mark Wagamon says 2 contractors who were tethered to a 300-foot tower were killed when the structure collapsed shortly before noon, Saturday in Clarksburg. A member of the Nutter Fort Fire Department died after a second smaller tower collapsed 2 minutes later. 2 other contractors who were also tethered to the larger tower were hurt and taken to a hospital. Wagamon described their injuries as serious but not life-threatening. 2 other workers at the site were not injured. Wagamon says the workers were doing maintenance to strengthen the tower support when it collapsed. He says the Federal Occupation Safety and Health Administration will investigate.
Hello and welcome to Guerilla Wolves Movie News. I'm Parker Lehman. Today we're going to discuss a very hot topic in Hollywood, and that's Man of Steel 2. Or Batman vs. Superman, or Justice League, or... There's no official title yet. Batman vs. Superman is the sequel to the 2013 Superman reboot Man of Steel, and it stars Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, and Amy Adams. I really loved the first Man of Steel movie, which is why the newest developments in this project are kind of worrying me. Basically, the only reason I'm doing this episode is the recent casting decision as to who's going to play Lex Luthor. I wish I could tell you that Superman's nemesis was going to be played by Breaking Bad star Bryan Cranston or Dexter star Michael C. Hall. But instead, we get The Social Network and Zombieland star Jesse Eisenberg. I'm just dumbfounded by how thoroughly they missed the mark here. I mean, Lex Luthor is supposed to be physically imposing. Jesse Eisenberg is 5'7", 143 pounds. Lex Luthor is supposed to be bald. Jesse Eisenberg has a big old Ronald McDonald mop of hair. Lex Luthor is supposed to look intimidating. Jesse Eisenberg looks like Andy Samberg and Michael Cera's love child. I mean, there are just so many better choices that could have been made. Older, more seasoned actors could have played this role. I mean, why have Eisenberg when you could have Heisenberg? This casting decision has led me to believe that this whole movie is just a big gravy train to get Warner Brothers a whole lot of money. But we'll never know, at least until the first trailer premieres in late 2015. Until then, I'm still Parker Lane.
The Super Bowl was last Sunday, and it was The worst Super Bowl I think I have ever watched. The Seahawks dominated, and the only thing interesting about it, besides the commercials, might have been Joe Namath flipping the coin wrong. We all know the show on the field for the Super Bowl wasn't entertaining, but a lot of the commercials were. My personal favorite was the Full House reunion for like Ankios yogurt or something. Bob Saget was relevant for the first time in 10 to 15 years. The worst commercial was this 1 minute long commercial for like Maserati or some rich Italian car that Justin Bieber would probably be riding through Miami drunk in. That's all for Guerilla Wolves Sports this week.
Hey, it's Mark's Mini Games. No one showed up? Wow. No one's here? Might as well play some Flappy Birds. What? Are you kidding? Oh my gosh! I'm sick and tired of that game! I'm going. This is ridiculous. Hello, it's Mark. Flappy Birds mixed opinion game. You're either gonna be addicted to it, or you're gonna hate it. And I'm gonna be humble about my high score. It's only 39. And I know people who are very addicted to it and have like a score of 200. So I'm gonna give it 6.5 out of 10.
Hello, I'm Cole Gorney with Guerilla Wolves Student News, and I'm here with Charles Early,
Hello.
St. Paul's alum. So, Charles, how do you like the con so far?
Well, this is my very first time coming here, and I'm loving it.
Me too.
Yeah.
So, what are some highlights so far, just from perusing around walking?
Well, I just stepped inside the DeLorean. I had met a few of my previous incarnations. Anyone wondering, I am the 9th Doctor from Doctor Who. Later today, I will be meeting Robert Englund and Matt Smith.
Which are you more excited about?
I don't know, actually, if I was able to afford more, I would probably be meeting Jason David Frank from Power Rangers, which means Robert Englund would have been the cake, Matt Smith be the icing, and Jason the candles.
Tell me, what are y'all dressed as?
Bunny, Thor, and Loki, our own spin on Thor.
Right now, what do you guys have to say about the con so far? You look like you've only been here for, 20 minutes? What I heard? All right, well, what do you think?
This is my first con, and I'm absolutely loving it. All these nerds in one place is so great. This is my third Comic-Con, and I love it. All those costumes here are wonderful.
I'm here with the Ghostbusters.
Gilligan, how's the skipper?
Yes,
Can you get me Marianne's phone number?
All right, guys. Now, just tell us one thing. What does your organization do exactly? What do y'all? Ghostbusting. Yeah. So when there's something strange in the neighborhood, who are we gonna call? Lobo.
Yeah.
How are you enjoying the con so far?
Great. A lot of people here holding up to the hype.
Nice. So if you had to sum up the best thing about Comic-Con so far here, what could you say it is from your perspective?
Good-looking ladies dressed up.
The families with mere pennies. There's that truth you seek. Knew you wasn't ready. Implications too heavy. The stick-up kids I fear wear three-piece suits to do murders.
You were here with.
Hi, my name is Mike Brown. I'm the captain of the USS Neptune, the Biloxi, Mississippi-based chapter of Starfleet International.
And what exactly do you do?
Well, Starfleet International is an international Star Trek fan club. We have about 4,600 members worldwide. Every continent on the planet has members from Starfleet International. We get together, we talk Star Trek, all kinds of fandom. We do charity work. We do a lot of different things. A lot of fun stuff.
What is your favorite thing you do with the organization?
It's got to be the food drives we do. Just bringing the food to the place and actually seeing the look of thanks on the people who work there. That really is the best thing.
And what's the age? Like how old do you have to be in this? How old,
Well, while our chapter doesn't have members as young as they can be, from birth to death is our age range. We have special stuff for people under 18, also for developmentally challenged people. We have our cadet program, and then for adults and capable people, we have our standard programs. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem. Have a good one, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
All right, guys. So y'all are obviously some really good cosplayers from what I can assume. So what are y'all's favorite things so far? What have you noticed? What could you say is the best thing about this con so far?
People are super excited about all the different costumes, and everybody's really friendly, taking pictures. The groups here have been really good to each other. Just friendly atmosphere. It's been a lot of fun.
So, Batman, what can you tell me about WizCon so far? What have you noticed? What have you liked? Let's hear it.
There's a lot of creative people here, as far as like the fans that come in. A lot of interesting booths, a lot of interesting vendors. Saw the Batmobile down there, saw two Batmobiles.
Oh, yeah?
The Adam West and the Michael Keaton Batmobile. The Star Wars guys from the 501st, they're real cool. And so it's just been neat, taking pictures and meeting people and seeing how much work they put into their costumes.
Have any of your rivals, Poison Ivy, Bane, the Riddler, have any of them tried to, stop you or try to put an end to you being Batman?
Only just stopping me in my tracks for photo ops, but other than that,
so.
you got to do the photo ops. See, this is kind of like neutral ground, like in Highlander. This is like neutral ground so that we all come together for the weekend. There's no battling, no gnashing of teeth, and we just all hang out. But then it's right back to business as usual.
Good to hear. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.